this is something you're interested in, go get a job on a farm and then do it again and again, maybe 3-4 times, different types of farms in different contexts, different sizes, learn from other people's mistakes. The biggest part of farming, I feel like, is the life, not the specific tasks. It's living a certain kind of life where the farm takes over everything. So it doesn't matter if it's Sunday or Wednesday, or if your buddy's having a potluck, or if Rat-a-tat is playing at the Wilmot. If you've got water to move, you have water to move. And farm is first, and it's very unusual to live a life like that. My favorite thing, the thing that most excites me about working here, is seeing the transformation and change in the students that are here over the course of the summer, as individuals and as a group. And as individuals, they encounter their own power in ways that aren't typically found in the classroom, and you can see it in the way they carry themselves. That they can actually do something that's meaningful and that they're necessary for this whole farm to carry on. And them experiencing that changes them, especially when you mix it with the community aspect, which I feel like is just as important. So in this case, students find themselves part of a group, a meaningful little clan. They belong to that group. And I think psychologically we all need this. We need to have that sense of empowerment, and we need to belong. And when you mix the two of them, that's when you get that transformation. Like their whole sense of their place in the world has changed. Well, the compromise I receive, and this really comes out of my own experience of living on a farm and being a farmer, is that we create this situation where students can have that sense of empowerment and belonging. Education, as transformation happens right here, they create beauty, they create all this food for the food bank and a whole bunch of other important outlets. And they don't experience the reality, the economic reality, or the physical reality of the grind, the oppressive grind that market agriculture can be. And it isn't that way every day, but it's that way often enough. And I live it, so I can, and it doesn't mean it can't be wonderful, it just is. Some days you just have to drag your ass through the day as fast as you possibly can. And they don't experience that. So the compromise here is that we've supplanted reality with romance. And I feel like that's necessary to get that sense of belonging, empowerment, and all that in a small way. So they work 8 to 12. We had a nice lunch. They take turns watering on the weekends. We get a little bit of help in the afternoons, but it's not required. And that's really different than the 8 to 8 kind of grind that it would be on a more real farm. This is real. The food's real. The CSA is real. The place is real. But the economic pressures are totally different. The staffing is totally different. And here we have a real short season, and I don't know what it would be like in a place with a longer season. Maybe you can be more flexible, maybe it's more forgiving. Or Montana is such a short season. When it's on, you can't screw it up. You can't work double hard in July to make up for the fact that you slacked a little in June. You just can't, it doesn't work that way. So you get to live a life in service to something larger than yourself, and that's kind of a cool opportunity. It is also very physically draining. You have to be very comfortable being physically uncomfortable. Just, okay, I'm really hot and sweaty, I'm hot and sweaty, whatever, you just keep going, or my knees hurt, well, you just go, you know. Don't really think about it, you just do it. I don't feel like I made this choice and I'm sticking to it. The choice was made years ago, and now I'm just living my life, and I don't revisit the choice. I haven't thought at all recently about, well, do I want to keep doing this? I really love doing it, and the place has grown, and as it's grown, it's taken me along with it, and I've been able to grow as well. My skills have gotten much better, not just at farming, but at being part of a public project. Now, and my skills can continue to grow in all these directions, but it's become part of who I am, and it's hard for imagine me to myself being myself without it at this point.